Kamala Harris alleges it will take control over the daily lives of Americans. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is distancing himself from it with a 10-foot pole. We've heard all about Project 2025.
Project 2025.
Project 2025.
Project 2025.
But what is it exactly? Let's talk about who created it for a sec. The Heritage Foundation is a conservative think tank that's been producing guidebooks for the incoming Republican administration since the 1980s. They even created one for Ronald Reagan before he took office. Now, Heritage, comprised of some ex-Trump staffers, worked on the hefty 922-page Project 2025 manifesto in unison with around 100 conservative groups. It was devised after Trump's previous presidency, which was pretty chaotic with high staff turnovers, defections, and leaks. Heritage took lessons from it and appeared to streamline the Republican manifesto to bolster loyalties. Project 2025 is essentially an overhaul of the federal system, and it reads as a how-to guide for the president to take control of bloated federal departments, ranging from which executive orders to sign, what positions to set up, and refocusing the aims of federal institutions. Remember, the Republican Party is traditionally averse to having big governments. They prefer little state intervention, privatization, taxation, and low federal spending in certain welfare programs, while Democrats support more government involvement, particularly in social welfare programs. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, what's the aim of Project 2025? The bedrock of the Republican Party encompasses 4 pillars: restoring the family as the cornerstone of American life and protecting children, dismantling the administrative state and returning self-governance to Americans, defending U.S. sovereignty, borders, and bounties against global threats, securing constitutionally enshrined God-given individual rights to live freely. So, what would a successful Project 2025 America actually look like? For starters, the Department of Education would be abolished, and there would be a complete overhaul of the Justice Department, including the FBI. Project 2025 would also make abortion less accessible by ditching federal rules that serve as a loophole to state restrictions in an effort to restore family life. There will also be cutbacks made to climate crises policies and major rollbacks on DEI and LGBTQ programs. As for the borders, the manifesto seeks to dismantle the Department of Homeland Security. To make up for any gaps that could arise, it wants to integrate U.S. Customs and Border Protection with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, along with a variety of other similar federal agencies to make a single border and immigration agency at cabinet level. The plan seeks to reduce the number of refugees, work visa recipients, and asylum seekers, and bring back rules enacted during Trump's first spell in office. Economically, Project 2025 wants to promote free enterprise and less aggressive trade policies, which require more government intervention. It calls for 2 federal income tax rates at 15% and 30%. The manifesto hones in on China quite a bit, suggesting decoupling Washington's economy from Beijing's. So, will Trump actually use Project 2025 if he's elected again? Although parts of Trump's agenda overlap with Project 2025, his campaign is distancing itself from the project. Critics say that Trump shares a good relationship with the authors of the project. But on July 30th, 2024, Heritage said the project's director and former Trump official, Paul Dance, was stepping down. That was reportedly after increased pressure from the Trump campaign. And in October, Trump's transition team said it was blacklisting those linked to Project 2025 from playing any part in his future administration. Trump and his team reportedly viewed the manifesto as an electoral liability. So, is Project 2025 dead on arrival? Only time will tell.